Hello everyone. Am I audible? Just respond in the chat box once. Yes, audible. And I would like to share my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Is my screen visible to you now? Yes, visible. So there is no problem in audio as well as the video, right? Yes. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. So let me start the session. So recently I observed the syllabus which was shared by Mr. John. So we covered lot of topics. So we discussed JavaScript arrays and looping statements. Those are iteration statements. And we also discussed various kinds of functions available in arrays. But in syllabus, I didn't get any kind of function criteria. So whatever it may be, we discussed successfully. That's fine. So similarly, I would like to discuss about strings as well as its functions too. And similarly, today, yes, thank you, Durga Vasu, for sending this syllabus. So we completed HTML5 CSS successfully, right? So there is no pending concept here. So in JavaScript, we discussed introduction to JavaScript. So open source framework and libraries. So we already discussed. So frameworks are nothing but Angular and Vue. So libraries are nothing but React and jQuery. Okay. Use of JavaScript, declaration syntax of JavaScript. So where should the script tag will be? Yes. Yeah, this is also discussed. How browser pass JavaScript and debugging. Yes. So yes, this is important. We didn't discuss about it, and we discussed statements, comments, data types, boxes. So reserved words we didn't discuss about reserved words. Yes. So we discussed variables and operators. We need to discuss. So conditional statements are completed, loop statements are completed. Yes, transfer statements, this is a small concept we need to discuss. Type conversion is also completed. Arguments also defined, arguments also discussed, and functional component functions are also discussed. But we have to discuss this closures and callbacks. Yes, we will look into it also. So we discussed document object model. So document get element by ID, get element by name, get elements by tag name, query selector all, inner HTML. Yes, we have to discuss inner text property, style using DOM. So we also discussed text content. So we already discussed attribute. So HTML, we have few kinds of attributes. We can assign them. Okay, we will recap this also. Attributes. Yes, events. We have to discuss the events also. JavaScript object. So JavaScript object, that's fine, but when we are going to discuss the concept of collections, it's better to discuss these objects. That is the reason I didn't discuss about objects in the initial stages. So after arrays and strings concept completed, we will discuss these objects. Similarly, we need to discuss about date functions also. So date and how we are going to formatting the dates. So we also discussed. And regular expressions are very important concepts. So we will discuss these concepts also. Okay. So this is all about JavaScript. Okay, no problem. So that's fine. So what are the pending topics here? How browser parse JavaScript, that's also fine. And yes, so first of all we need to discuss the arrays. Arrays is also completed, right? Arrays completed, and we have to discuss the string concept. So here the syllabus doesn't contain the all functions of array, but we discussed. So that is very important. So each and every function of an array, it is very important. So similarly, we have to discuss the date and as well as string functions also. Discuss the string functions now. Yes, okay. So let me open the document which we are going to prepare every day. Every topic we are including in that. So you open it. Yes, this is the document. I hope it's clear to now all. Oh, yes, we already discussed the concat function, index of function, replace function. So what is the importance of concat function? Can anybody respond in the chat box? Responded. Yes, good evening. Good evening, Upendra. So what is the importance of concat function? So we discussed already, right? Yes, good evening. Good evening, Kumar. So adding or concatenating multiple strings together, combining two statements, not only two statements, Chaitanya Krishna, we can combine multiple strings. Yes, yes, multiple strings. Mahesh has responded, combining multiple strings together. And similarly, what is the index of? What is the importance of index of function? Finding the position of a specific character or a specific word. Yes. Get index value. Okay, okay. Sai Nikhil, yes, responded. Yes, thank you, thank you. And similarly, what is the importance of this replace function? Replace. What is the importance of replace function? To get index value, yes, that is also fine. What is the replacing the one element by other? So we can say replace character or replace a string or a sub word. So we can call this as the word also, right? So we can replace a specific character or a specific string or a specific word. Okay. So that is the importance of replace function. And similarly, so we have another function, that is search function, that is very similar to the index of function. So let me open the console. So let me define a string first, where str equals to, I'm going to define my name, Hanuman Kumar. All right. And I'm going to search for Kumar. So we have to mention Kumar. And let me press enter. Now Kumar is starting from 8. So this is very similar to the index of function. So there is no difference between these two. We can get the exact position of the specific value which we are going to give as the parameter for the search function. Okay, so next function is substring, substr. So we have string, right? So that is str, that's fine. We're able to see the value of it. And now I'm going to use substr. So I'm going to use substr. So str dot substr. I'm going, now in this we have to provide two parameters. The first parameter is the beginning position and the length. Next one is the length, how many characters we are going to print. So let me use 2. So what is the 2 here? So 0, 1, 2. So n is having the second index, that is 2. So I'm going to use 2 and comma. How many characters we are going to print? So I'm going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm going to print the 4 characters. Now, if you observe this, we are able to see Numa as a value. So, we are splitting a string based on the length and the starting position which were provided as the parameters for the substr function. And very similar to this, next one is substring method. So by using substring function, so this is a small difference between substr and substring. By using substring function, we can get the exact value between the positions. So here we mentioned the starting position as well as the length of characters we are going to print. But in substring method, this is the difference between the substr and substring. Substring accepts the two parameters, those are starting position and ending position. We can get between values. Let me use str dot substring. I'm using substring. So I'm going to mention 1 and 5. So if you observe this, here we are able to see the characters between these two positions. The 1 is the starting position and the 5 is the ending position. One is the starting position and 5 is the ending position. And similarly, next function, split function. Split. So we can split the string into multiple parts, but it returns an array. So this is very important function and most commonly used function this is. So let me use the split function here. So str dot split function. In str we have Hanuman Kumar as the value. I'm going to split based on the space. If you observe, the space is already available in the given string, that is between Hanuman and Kumar. So this is the space. So when we are going to provide space as the parameters for the split function, that will eliminate the space and make an array, and the Hanuman is the first element of it and the Kumar is the second element of it. So let me execute. Now we are able to see Hanuman and Kumar. So these two are split together. So this is all about the split function in strings. So we discussed, so what are the functions we discussed? Search function, substr, substring and split method. We discussed search method, substr, substring method, and we also discussed split method. So this is very important. We have to use this mostly. So I would like to change the color of it. So because we need to use it in most of the cases. Sir, is string case needed capital letters? No, okay. It returns to replace the character. Yes, okay. So is it clear, everyone? Is all the functions clear now? Split function once again. Okay. Thank you, Anand. Definitely I will explain. Split function. So for example, so when we are using prompt, so we know the type of this prompt. For example, when we are going to use a variable, so this is user input. So where user input equals to prompt, and in this prompt we are going to ask for a number or two numbers. So those are, so enter the number of values. Enter the number of values. or enter the numbers. That's fine. Enter the numbers. Enter the numbers. So when we are going to enter number, for example, so I'm going to check the type of user input. So we are able to get this is as a string. So let me execute this. So we're able to see the pop-up along with the string that is enter the numbers. I'm going to enter numbers like 21 comma 22 22 space 23 space 45 space 65 space 67 68 98. All right, get this value. If you want to get the even numbers from that, this is not possible. All right, so this is a string. So let me print the values which we are going to enter in. So now these are the different kinds of numbers available in this user input. So this is not that much of suitable for converting or finding a specific element from this, because all the elements are numerical values. If you want to find any kind of even number from this is not that much of easy. So we have to avoid the space between all the elements. So first of all, we have to avoid space. Not only space, if any other characters or other special symbols are available, we can eliminate by using split method. So let me use user input. I'm going to remove the space, and I would like to convert all the elements in the string format. So for that we have to use split method. So the split method returns the array which contains all the elements of the present string. So present string is user input, and we have different kinds of values in it. So let me use, this is the split method. So I'm going to separate the space. So I'm going to extract all the elements of this array by using space character. So let me press enter. Now we are able to see this. So the space gets removed from all the elements, and all the elements gets converted into an array elements. Similarly, let me use user input dot split method. I'm going to use split method. So that is, I'm going to split based on the space character. So we can remove space character and we can get the array. And from here, I'm going to use filter method. Filter method. In this filter method, I'm going to use a function. So filter is a function, right? So I'm going to return n. So here we need to pass n. So first of all, we have to convert all the elements into a number kind of data. That is very, very important. So filter of n, and I'm going to use a return statement, return number of n, because all the values available in the array are in string kind. So we have to convert it into number kind. So that is the reason we used number of n and modulus 2 equals to 0. So while we are using this, we are getting only the even numbers from the given input. Let me execute. Now these are the even numbers from here, 22, 68 and 98. So we just splitted the user input. If you observe the user input once, what will be there in user input? So we have different kinds of values. All the values are separated with the space. So we just removed the space from here, and we just used the filter method. By using this filter method, we can get the specific values. So 22, 68 and 98 are the even numbers here. By using split method, we can split all the elements based on a special character or any kind of other characters, and we can get an array of elements. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. Clear. Yes. Any other Yes, sir. Clear. Okay. Yes, clear. 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 Okay. Okay. So, and this is all about the split function, and we have another function that is includes. Includes is very similar to the array includes. So we can get boolean values, uh, that is true or false, whether a specific character is available in the given string or not. For example, let me use the str. Str is having Hanuman Kumar, and I'm going to use str dot includes function again. So in that I'm going to specify Kumar. Now Kumar is already available, so that is the reason we are able to see true as the answer. Alright. Similarly, I'm going to use U caps. So U is not available, right? So let me print this. We are able to see false. Sir, what if we have alphabets between numbers? For that also we have to use split. Yes, we have to use split also. Yes, Anand, we have to use split for that also. So this is not having this. So let me use, let me check the internet access speed. It's fine. It's fine. It's reconnecting. Google Docs. Yes, it shows an error. So let me open it again. Google Docs encountered an error. Please try to reload this page or come back in a few minutes to learn more about Google Docs editors. Okay. Okay, Google Docs is not working properly now, so no problem. We will discuss the concepts, further concepts. So next one is starts with and ends with. For example, here we have a string that is str, right? So that is str is not defined. Yes, we reloaded it. That is the reason we are not able to see that. Yes, recently we came to know that uh, there is no Google product is working fine now. So that is the reason Google Docs is also not working. Whatever it may be, we will continue the lesson and we will update the document later. Yes. So let me open the str. So that is again my name. All right. So and I'm going to use the starts with. Starts with. So I'm going to use str dot starts with. So we can specify whether the string is starts with given position or given character. For example, I'm going to use HA. So HA, the string starts with the HA characters. So let me execute. Now we're able to get the true value. Similarly, when I'm going to give the other characters that are not starting with the specific characters in given string, for example, I'm going to use ZA. And let me press enter. Now we are able to see the false. Very similar to this, we are having the ends with also. So let me use ends with. So ends with, so we already know the string is ends with R, A, and also on. So Kumar, a word is already there in the ending, so that is Kumar, and the character is ends with R. So let me use R. So this is ends with R only. That is the reason we are able to see true. And similarly, when I'm going to use any other characters such as SR, SR is not available. S is not available actually. So now we are able to see the false statement. And very similar to this, we have two more functions. Those are two uppercase and two lowercase. By using two uppercase function, we can convert all the characters of a string into uppercase. For example, we have str, right? So I am going to convert into uppercase. So we have to use two uppercase. Two uppercase, and this is the function. Now we are able to see all the letters or all the characters in uppercase form. Similarly, I am going to use str dot lowercase. So two lowercase, yes, two lowercase. So we have to use two, and L is capital. Two lowercase. Let me execute. Now we are able to see all the characters in small case. So this is all about the uppercase and lowercase. So this is all about the strings concept. So is that clear, everyone? Yes, it's clear. Yes, clear, clear. Clear. Okay. So most of the people responded that it's clear. Okay, so most of the people responded it's clear up to now. So how we are going to reverse a string? Just respond anyone. How we are going to reverse a string? That is mostly asked a question in the interviews. So split string, hello, a reverse function. So let me use reverse function. So we have str, right? Str. I'm going to reverse it. Str dot reverse. REVERSE. Oh, a reverse is not a function. So this is too funny. So we discussed a reverse function in arrays concept. So that is one of the sorting technique in the arrays, but not in strings. We didn't discuss about any kind of reverse function in strings. Prop type. No, no, no. It's a prototype. There is no prototype with reverse. So let me use traditional for loop. For example, so this is str, right? So in str we have Hanuman Kumar, right? So I'm going to use a function. So that is something like function reverse. Function reverse. I'm going to use function reverse. So yes, this is the function reverse. I'm going to pass a string, that is str. We already discussed. So str, and I'm going to use a reverse, yes, reversed string. I just used reverse string that equals to the empty string, reverse string that is empty string. So I'm going to use for our function here. For I'm going to use where char of str. So we can get all the values of the specific string here. So I am going to use reversed 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 string. Reversed string equals to, I'm going to use char plus, and I'm going to use a reversed string. So reversed string equals to char plus reversed string. That's fine. And finally, we are going to return the reverse string here. I'm going to use return statement that is a reversed string. String. So now we have to call this function. So what is the function name here? Reverse. Reverse, and we are going to pass str as the parameter because str is already having a string that is Hanuman Kumar. Now we are able to see the result here. So this string is already completely reversed together. So what we are doing here, so we just to specify a string that is empty string. Reverse string is an empty string here. And what we are doing here, so we just use a for loop, that is for our function, for where char of str. So let me check what are the characters are available in the string. So let me use a for loop again for where char of str. So what we are going here, we just printing what are the characters available in the specific string. So we just used the console.log statement. So and I'm going to use the parameter that is char. So we are able to see different kinds of characters available. That's fine. So here the string is a character array. By using for our function, we can get different kinds of elements of it. So h is one element, a is one element. Similarly, we have different kinds of elements in it. So here what we are doing here, so we just used a reverse string equals to, and here we are using char. What is the char here? The first one is h. H is the char. So h will be added plus the double quotation will be added. Similarly, we are using same reversed string again. So when we are going to use that, the h will be incremented automatically and the newly added string will be added to the new string. Finally, we are able to see the reverse string here. So this is all about the reverse string. This is a too lengthy procedure. So when we are going to use the different kinds of looping statements, this is very too lengthy. The lines of code is also increased. So we nearly used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So nearly 9 to 10 lines of code. We wrote 9 to 10 lines of code. So this is a little bit of a lengthy code. Lines of code gets increased here. Yes. So most of the people responded that. Yes, Anil Yadav responded, arrays.prototype.reverse. Yes, this is available in arrays, but not available in string concept, right? We didn't discuss about string concept. Yes, so most of the people responded that we have to use slice function. So it's better to use a split function. For example, I'm going to use str again. So in str what we have the value that is Hanuman space Kumar. So I'm going to use the function again, function reverse string, and I'm going to use str as the parameter. So the parameter, whatever it may be, we have to use like this. So if you want to specify any kind of customized name, we can provide it. So I used SCs. And similarly, I'm going to return the value. This is very simple. We have to split it first. So that is s dot split function. So we have to split it based on the empty character. So because we have to split all the characters of it, and we have to use reverse here, a reverse function. And again we have to join these all together. So we have to use join function also. So we have to use join and we have to use empty string in it. Alright. So let me execute this one. So that is reverse string. The reverse string of that is str, alright? So now we are able to see the same kind of result. But the lines of code is too concise here because we used lines of nearly 9 to 10 lines of code in the previous example, but here we used only 3 lines of code for getting all the stuff. So this is very simple, right? Is that clear, everyone? This is a simple procedure. Is that clear, everyone? How we are going to reverse a string? Yes, it's clear. Yes. Yes, it's clear. So this is all about the strings concept. So if you want, I will paste it in. No, docs are not working, right? So let me refresh this one again. Yes, Google products are not working currently. So what it may be, we just discussed the strings and its thing in its functions. So yes. This is simple method, yes. So let me paste it. So this is the coding part for this. So we just a simple logic for this. So we just splitted all the elements. When we're going to split all the elements are in the array format. So all are strings. So let me explain the procedure step by step. So here we did like this, right? So let me define str again. So str is not defined. Okay, no problem. So where str equals to, I'm going to use Hanuman Kumar. All right, and I'm going to use str dot the first function, that is split method. I'm going to split it together. So now let me execute. Now this is all about the split function, all right, here. So I'm going to use str dot split function and I'm going to use the reverse here dot reverse. So let me print. Now we're able to see all the elements are reversed. So we're able to see all the elements in reverse order. So finally we have to join all the elements together. So that is the reason what we did. So we just used str dot split and we just split it like this, and we used reverse method, and also we used the join method too. Let me execute. Now this is all. So this is all about the reversing of a string. So this is all about the string concept in JavaScript. All right. So very similar to this, we have to discuss the concept of destructuring. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. One of the most important topic in JavaScript, the concept of destructuring. So destructuring is nothing but we can assign multiple values to multiple variables together at once. For example, here I'm going to add var a equals to 10. Similarly, so we need to define another value, that is var b equals to 20. So next value var c equals to 30, and the next value is var d equals to a true value, and similarly we have another value, that is var e equals to null. So we have various kinds of variables. So when we are going to work with the multiple variables, we have to define and we have to initialize a value to it. if you observe this, we have to follow like this. We have to use multiple values together. But when we are going to define a variable along with the specific values in single statement, how we are going to do that? So let me remove all the stuffs here. So I just removed entire stuff. I'm going to define var a comma b comma c equals to, I'm going to use 1 comma 2 comma 3. So what will happen? This raises an error. So let me execute. So unexpected number. So let me print a value here. So what is available in a? So a is not defined. Even we used a, b, c, but a is not defined here. So when we are going to work with the multiple variables along with the values together, so we have to use the destructuring concept. That is very, very important. Remember. So this is the ES6 concept. So this is the latest functionality of JavaScript. So for defining multiple values, we have to use like this. I'm going to use a comma b comma c. And similarly, I'm going to use 21 comma 22 comma 23. So let me execute each and every value. So that is a. Now a value is 21. Let me use b. B is 22, and c. C is 23 here. Alright, so this is how we are going to define multiple values and initialization of multiple variables along with the values together by using this structuring concept. So not only the arrays, so we can use the object also. For example, I'm going to use var and name comma role equals to, I'm going to use Hanuman, and the next one, that is full stack developer. So let me execute. So unexpected token, where it is, unexpected token. So where, yes, so let me use the statement again. Let me recheck the statement. So where name, yes, everything is fine now. So name row, that's fine. So we missed anywhere, so no. So this is correct. So let me execute this one again. Oh yes. So we're able to get this. Let me print the name here. So name is empty. So let me use the role here. Role, now role is not defined. So role is not defined here. So this is an object, right? So without using any kind of object, how we are going to define it? That is also correct. So let me define an object first. So where obj equals to, I'm going to use something like, we need to use a name, and the name is Hanuman, and finally the role is full stack developer. Yes, full stack developer. So now this is the object here. So now I'm going to use destructuring here. So that is where I'm going to use an object. So this is object destructuring. That is the reason we need to use the braces. And I'm going to use name comma role. Alright. Similarly, I'm going to assign the object directly. So we just created an object, and we are assigning each and every value to it. So let me print the name value here, name. So that is Hanuman, and let me use role, that is full stack developer. So this is how we are going to destructure the objects. So we discussed how we are going to destructure an array, and here we used an object for destructuring. So let me use other names instead of it. So for example, so we have where obj, and we used something like this, and let me use n and r here. So let me execute. Now print n. Now we're able to see undefined. Let me use r here. R is also undefined because the name, this keys are not matching here. Keys are not matching. So when we're going to do the destructuring with the objects, we have to match these keys. So name and role. So for example, I would like to create another object. So that is where obj equals to, I'm going to use name, it is something like Rajesh, comma, and I'm going to use that role. Role, he is MERN developer. So I need to use organization, it is simply org. So I'm going to use APSSDC, right? So we have two elements in an object. So I'm going to use new object destructuring. So I'm going to define name and org. So I'm going to equal to this, that is object, and let me use this name. So what is the name? Name is Rajesh here, and let me use org. So org is APSSDC. So it is matching based on the keys available in this object. So we're able to get the name as well as the org. So we can assign the values based on the keys here. So the middle value, that is role, was missing because we didn't mention any kind of role here. So that is the reason we are able to observe name and org as the parameters here. Name and org as the parameter, and we can get the specific values of it. So this is all about the destructuring concept in JavaScript. By using scope of variable, we can do that. It is possible to assign single variable to multiple values. It is possible to assign single variable to multiple values. So we can assign that by, we can get some kind of conflicts on it. So whatever it may be, we can change the values. Variable name, so variable, so we can vary the value based on the specific equal symbol, but so we can get some kind of conflicts. So is the concept is clear up to now? What is destructuring and how we are going to use it for arrays and objects? Yes, it's clear. Yes, so Mahesh responded, what are ES6 properties? Yes, so first of all, we have to know what is ES6. What is ES? So ES is nothing but ECMAScript. So this is releasing the latest updates of the JavaScript. So that is ECMAScript. ECMAScript. So when the JavaScript gets new updates, it will be released with this component ECMA. So that is the reason we can call the JavaScript as ECMAScript also. So we can call ECMAScript. Not only JavaScript has multiple names. In that, ECMAScript is one. By using ECMAScript also, we can call the JavaScript. So JavaScript is the code, right? So similarly, we can use ECMAScript for calling that. So we have different kinds of updates available in the JavaScript, but we have to use ES6, that is sixth update of JavaScript. So these are the needed concepts for any kind of framework or advanced libraries. If you want to work with the libraries or any kind of frameworks, these principles are must. ES6. So we will discuss each one of them clearly. Don't worry about it. So we already discussed destructuring. So this is one of the ES6 concept. Destructuring. And we also discussed the map function. Map function is also ES6 concept. And we also discussed arrow functions. This is also one of the ES6 concepts. So we will list out each and every concept clearly, but we discussed separately. Without using ES6 properties, we discussed separately each and every property. So because we have to understand it clearly, so where we have to use destructuring, where we have to use map, where we have to use arrow function, that is very, very important. So that is the reason when we are going to discuss about the collections, we discuss the destructuring concept. Similarly, when we are going to discuss the array concept, we discussed map function. Similarly, in functions, we discussed arrow function also. So we don't discussing the ES6 concept separately. So we are discussing the concepts based on the criteria. So we will list out all the concepts of ES6 later. So destructuring is one of the ES6 concepts, map is one of the ES6 concepts, and arrow, this is also. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the objects. We already know how to create an object and how we are going to get the values from the object. So why we are not saying? Yes, ECMAScript. Yes, it's clear. So Janardhan is asking. So what is Janardhan? What you are looking for and what is your doubt? So destructuring example, right? Are you asking destructuring example? Few weeks ago, I have gone through an interview process. They have asked me question that is, can we modify data inside tuples? So is there any tuples concept available in JavaScript? We have a concept that is we have to use tuples in Python, right? So Python tuples are immutable, but we can convert them into any other kind, that is lists. So we can convert the list and we can do the modifications and we can reconvert the list into tuples. So first of all, if you want to modify the tuples, we have to convert it into list concept and then lists to the tuples again. After modification is completed, we can convert the lists into tuples. Okay, so now this is all about the destructuring. Now it's time to discuss the objects. That is very, very important now. So Balaji responded arrays. Okay. Okay. So now it's time to discuss the concept of objects. So we already defined an object with OBJ. Alright, so we just used OBJ. So let me define another object, that is where person equals to, I'm going to define a new object. This name, and that is also my name, and I'm going to use name. This is first name. So let me provide this as a first name, and I'm going to use the last name, it is Kumar. So alright, so Hanuman and Kumar. So first name is Hanuman and last name is Kumar. Very similar to this, I'm going to add the organization, that is org. So that is APSSDC. Alright, so we have three keys along with the values. The object name is person. So now if you want to add a function to it, so we can add the function also, that is I'm going to use full details. So this is another key. So here I'm going to mention a function. Remember everyone, I'm going to use a function. So here I'm going to add a return statement. So return, this is very important. I'm going to use this keyword. This keyword refers the current object. So what is the current object here? The person is the current object, and I'm going to use the first name. Return the first name, plus I'm going to use a concatenate operator and last name. So this dot last name, and I'm going to use again another concatenation operator. So this dot first name, concatenation operator, again this dot last name. That's fine. And I'm going to use working in, and I'm going to use the final, that is arg. So I'm going to use arg here. So we have to use this dot arg. Alright, so we just used a return statement, and we are locating each and every value of current object by using this keyword. So now it's time to run this by using person dot full details. So what is there in full details? So full details returns all the values of the current object. So we are getting unexpected token. Full details, yes, person dot full details. Where is that unexpected token? Let me recheck. Yes, we used semicolon in the separation. Let me use the same procedure again. So now it's time to remove this, and we have to use comma. So let me enter unexpected identifier. So let me remove all this stuff and refresh the page. And I'm going to use the person, and this is the full details. Unexpected identifier again. So why we are getting this? Yes, we are not using any, we didn't use any kind of comma separator again. Okay, so again we have to remove this, and we have to execute. Here we didn't use any comma separator. Alright, let me execute. Now we are able to see Hanuman space Kumar working in APSSDC. So what we are doing here, so we just used the first name, last name and arg, and we used full details also. In the full details we used a function, and we are returning the values here. If you observe this, we are returning the values by using this keyword. This refers to the current object. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear how we are going to use functions in object, and how we are going to use this keyword? So this refers the current object. So let me return that this keyword here. So we just mentioned like this. So, and this is the function, right? So I'm going to use a comma, and I'm going to use obj is a new keyword, and I'm going to use this I just used this here. So I would like to remove all the stuff again. So I'm going to use person.obj and check this. And if you observe this, we're able to get all the details of the object. So we're able to see the prototypes, the window objects, global, local, and all the stuff. Similarly, we are having the specific. So this is obj. Obj is already declared. That is the reason we are getting Rajesh as a value in obj. So let me use another name here. So let me use the same object, this one, and I'm going to use not this obj, I'm going to use obj1. I'm going to use obj1 here also. Let me execute. Now again we are able to see Rajesh. Rajesh is not available, but we are able to see that. So all the object details we are getting because we defined multiple objects here. So not only the specific object, we defined multiple objects. That is the reason when we are going to use this keyword, we are getting information from all the objects. Okay, whatever it may be, we have to call them by using the specific keyword, specific key. So it's still loading. That is the reason we are not able to do any kind of practical exposure on it. The system gets hanged also. Yes, it's clear. So once explain it again. Yeah, definitely I will explain it again. So the internet connection may be changed. So it may be take 1 to 2 minutes. So just hold on for 1 to 2 minutes. So we will reconnect because the internet channel will be changed in our office. So just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Yes, welcome back again. So, so we are able to see a few kinds of questions here. So one of the questions from Mahesh. So he asked that, sir, what is the use of object? That is wonderful question. Thank you, Mahesh, for asking this. So when we are going to get information from other APIs or other application, we have to get that in the format of objects. Yes, am I audible now? Am I audible? So just respond in the chat box. Rajesh, clear. So yes. So when we are going to get information from external applications or any kind of APIs, so we need to get information in the format of object. So that is the reason objects plays an important role in JavaScript. Okay, so Fatima asked me that. So explain that procedure again. So where is that? Yes. Fatima explained that, sir, once again explain it. So share the screen. Yes, definitely. Share the screen. So I think the screen is visible to you now, right? Screen is not visible. Screen not visible. Yes, most of the people are responding that visible. Yes, visible. Okay, Fatima asked me that. So explain the functions in object ones. So thank you for asking that, and I'm going to explain it again. So let me use another object. Let me create another object. Is where. So what kind of object we need to create? So let me use something like cars or bikes. So I just creating a new object with the name of bikes. So now we have an object with the name of bikes, and I'm going to use popular. So that is popular bike. So I'm going to use, so that is Royal Enfield like this. And similarly, I'm going to use most used bike. So that is something like I'm going to use glamour or any other stuff. So I just defined it. Alright, so we defined this one, and I'm going to use another one. So expensive. So we know that. So we have Harley Davidson. So we have these three elements in the object. So these three items. So first one is popular, most used, and expensive. So we have these three keys in this bikes object. So if you want to create a function in this object, we have to use another key. So whatever it may be, each and every item must contains yes, we have to use the keys here. So let me use the keys. So finally, we are going to iterate one of the value by using its key in this object. So we have to use this keyword for this. So I'm going to use a function. So the final result is final bike. I'm going to use a function here. So this is a function. So we used a key here, that is final byte, and we used a value, that is function. All right. So in that, I'm going to return one of the value by using its key. So as we discussed earlier, that this keyword refers the current object. So what is the current object here? It is bikes. So when we are going to return a specific element from this, we have to use this keyword. This keyword refers the current object. So here I'm going to use most popular or most used. This dot most used. What is the most used here? So glamour is the most used bike here. So let me execute this. So we have the function. The function is having a key, that is final byte. So I'm going to use bytes dot final byte. So final byte is the function here. So let me use this. We are able to see the exact value of it. So that is glamour. So what we are doing, so we are calling a specific value by using this keyword. So this keyword refers the current object. This keyword refers the current object. So this is how we are going to use functions and how we are going to use this keyword in a specific object. Now, is that clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone? Fatima, is that clear? The screen is not visible. The screen is visible. Yes, it's clear. Yes, yes, okay, okay. So now it's time to discuss the concept of date. So that is also very, very important. So let me clear all the stuff here. So I'm going to create a new variable, that is something like a date example. So date example. If you want to use the date function, date functionalities, we have to use a new keyword. So we have already a class that is date. So I just used where date example, and I used new keyword here. New is a special keyword. It allocates the memory location dynamically when we are going to create a new object. So here date example is one of the object, and we are getting information from this constructor. So we used new here, and date is the predefined object. So let me print the date example here. That is date example. Now we're able to get the date. So based on the standards, we are having Indian standards. So we're able to get the date exactly. So the current time is 6. So that is 18 and 15. So 15 minutes and 55 seconds. Now let me execute the procedure again. Let me execute the variable again. Now it gets changed. That is 6 o'clock. That is 18 and 16 minutes and 16 seconds. So it will be changed when we are going to refresh the page every time. So if you want to get only year, we have to use get full year. Get full year is the predefined method. So let me use date example dot get full year. So we have to use get full year. All right. So we can get the full year. So now the year is 2001. Similarly, we can get the month. We can get the month also. So we have to use date example dot get month. All right. So let me execute. Now the month is 11. So this is how we are going to get a month. And similarly, so yes, if you want to get exact date, so we can use get date function. So let me use get date function. So this is date example dot get date function, get date. So we can get the date. So here 14 is the date. So here we are able to see this. And similarly, if you observe this, we are able to get Monday, December, that is 14th date and 2020 year, and 18, this is the time. So if you want to separate the hours, minutes and seconds, we can have a function also. So we have to use hours, minutes and seconds function. So let me use this. So get, first of all, I'm going to get the hours. So we have to use hours. So now that is 18 hours. Similarly, if you want to get the minutes, we have to use get minutes. MINUTES. Yes. Now 16 minutes. Similarly, if you want to get the seconds, we can use get date example dot get seconds. All right. So 16 seconds. Similarly, if we want to convert the string, the seconds into milliseconds, so we can get the milliseconds also. For that, we have to use date example dot get milliseconds. So this is the function that is milliseconds. So the milliseconds are 520. Okay, so this is all about the date concept. And again, so if you want to get a specific day, yes, so if you want to use the specific day, so we have to use date example dot get day, day. So day is the function is there. So Monday, that is the first day, so yes, 1. And similarly, so we already discussed the seconds and milliseconds. So this is all about the day. Yes, sir, 10 minutes has been over. Not seen screen. So screen is not visible. So responsible display dynamic date. The dynamic date, we just displayed that dynamic date, right? Screen is not visible. So is my screen visible now? Yes, visible. Last 15 minutes unable to see our screen, sir. It's visible. Yes, most of the people responded is no. Is my screen visible? Yes, it's visible. So yes, visible. So is the concept clear, everyone? Or so should I explain it again? If you want me to explain the functions of date again, for some people only it's visible. For some people only it's visible. Not visible. Clear, sir. Yes, it's visible. So let me prepare the document first. So Anjan Kumar asked me a question. Recently, I got to know this. So he asked me a question that is, explain the procedure of reverse string again. Isn't it? Anjan Kumar? Anjan Kumar, are you there? Anjan Kumar, are you there? So what you type in the code, we can't see. Okay, I can understand. So Anjan Kumar asked me to explain. Yes, yes. To explain the reverse of a string. So first of all, let me explain the date and its functionalities clearly. So now, are you able to see my screen, right? So everyone is able to observe my screen. So there is no freezing, there is no any kind of conflict, right? So not only YouTube, Google server. Yes, yes, Google server down. Yes, yes. So now it's visible. So I will explain the procedure again. Fatima, Fatima, are you there? Fatima, are you there? Yes. So I will explain the date concept again. So I hope you are able to observe my screen, right? So it's visible. Okay. So let me explain the date concept again. So for getting information from the date, so we have a predefined object. So we have to call this. So let me use the date, current date. Let me use the current date. Current date equals to, we have to use the new keyword along with the date function. So this is where current date, and we used new date. So when we are going to print the current date, so we can get the exact date here. So we are able to get Monday, December 14, 2020, 18 hours, 25 minutes, 27 seconds, and this is GMT, and this is Indian Standard Time Zone. So let me check what kind of type it is, what kind of data it is. Let me use the type of and current date. So this is an object. This is an object. If you observe this, this is an object. So let me use the current date of, I'm going to use 0. So 0, it returns undefined. So let me use any other values. So whatever it may be, this is a constructor method. So we have to call by using its methods. So let me use, I would like to display only year. So we have to use get full year. So we have to use get full year. If you want to get the exact year, we have to use get full year. Similarly, I'm going to use current date dot I'm going to use get year only. So what will happen? So if you observe this, we are able to see 120. This is calculated uh, from the predefined year, that is 1870, like that. So we're able to get based on this. And very similar to this, we have another function, that is if you want to get month, so we have to use month function. So that is get month. So the current month is 11. And very similar to this, we have month. Similarly, date, if you want to get the date, we can use current date dot date function. So that is get date. So now we're able to see the date. And very similar to this, I'm going to use get day function. That is current date dot get day. Just use day. So let me explain. So this is the day 1. So Monday is considered as the 1. So we are able to see 1 as the result. And very similar to this, if you want to get the hours, minutes and seconds, we have to use current date dot get hours and 18 hours. And very similar to this, I'm going to use current date dot get seconds or get minutes. So now we are able to see the minutes. And very similar to this, I'm going to use current date dot get seconds. So we can get exact seconds, now 27 seconds. And very similar to this, if you want to get milliseconds, we can use current date dot get milliseconds. Alright, so let me execute. Now 46 milliseconds here. So this is all about the date functions in JavaScript. Is that clear, everyone? Screen is not visible. Sir, all YouTube viewers also not able to view the screen. Yes, this is happened because the Google products are not working properly in a way currently. So we will discuss these concepts tomorrow again. For recap. So we will recap all the concepts of date and date functions tomorrow. So this is all about the today's session, and we will discuss the further concepts tomorrow. So meanwhile, I am looking to this document also. So I will pick which are the concepts are left for discussion. We will discuss all the concepts tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you very much.